I think it's just from being a shy kid. I think I really started to gain my sense of confidence and sense of self when I started auditioning, and I'd create my own little outfits for the auditions, like do my own hair, do my own makeup, and make my own outfits and cut t-shirts.
Zendaya just shattered her year-long silence in a way no one saw coming. While the world was obsessing over her Challengers press tour, she dropped a bombshell that's sending shockwaves through Hollywood, and it all ties back to Blake Lively, Ryan Reynolds, and a Marvel project that vanished into thin air. What started as whispers about creative differences has exploded into allegations of financial deception, unpaid crews, and a cover-up that reaches the highest levels of Disney. Buckle up. This story is wilder than anything the MCU has ever scripted.
That experience of falling into these different characters, I think, helped me get out of my shell because I was a really shy child. Shy and tall. Not as tall as my mom, though. She's been 6'4" since she was 16, so I've, nothing to complain about. I find, at least with my job,
Zendaya's always been the queen of calculated privacy, but during a Challengers interview last week, her calm facade cracked. When asked about Hollywood's toxic power dynamics, she leaned into the mic and said, "People get away with things because we're all too scared to burn bridges, but not everything is as it seems." The interviewer laughed it off until she added, "And yeah, I'm talking about Marvel." Cue the internet meltdown. Rewind to 2022.
Yeah, I was already attached to the Deadpool movie. We hadn't at that point written the script yet, but that came along, and it was sort of like, play Deadpool in this movie, or we'll get someone else to.
Ryan Reynolds was deep in Deadpool 3 prep when rumors surfaced about Blake Lively joining the MCU. Leaked set photos showed her in what looked like a X-Men adjacent costume. Blogs ran wild with theories. Was she playing Lady Deadpool? A gender-swapped Cable? Then poof, by mid-2023, all traces vanished. Marvel claimed scheduling conflicts, but insiders whispered about budget irregularities.
But we started the press tour then kind of playing into the theme of the film. I think many people have done it before me, but I think it's so fun when you have such rich references in the films already to just...
One source told Variety, the numbers didn't just not add up, they were fiction. Fast forward to Zendaya's interview. She didn't name names, but her timing was telling. Days earlier, a viral TikTok exposed an anonymous crew member's claim, "We worked for months on a Reynolds Lively project. Then Marvel said it never existed. No pay, no credit." Zendaya's response, "When powerful people play games, real humans suffer." Industry lawyer Amanda Caldwell later tweeted, "Reminds me of the Hollywood accounting lawsuits, but way messier." Section 4, Blake and Ryan's damage control. Ryan Reynolds, master of deflection, tweeted a joke. "My only scam is convincing Blake I know how to fix a dishwasher." Blake, radio silence.
The reason why I love it is it allows me the space to be less self-critical and try things and do things because I don't have to deal with the consequences of the character's actions.
But sources say behind the scenes, it's chaos. A Marvel VFX artist anonymously shared Blake's team threatened legal action if her character design leaks resurfaced. Too late, Reddit's already memed it. The fallout from the mutant media debacle isn't just about corporate greed or Hollywood's shadowy financial schemes. It's about the people left holding the bag. Over 200 crew members, from gaffers to set designers, claim they were ghosted after working on what they were told was a classified Marvel project.
And so Law and I really, we enjoy kind of collaborating and sending each other references, sometimes years in advance while I'm shooting things, we'll be sending each other things about what we're gonna wear for the press tour, so it's really, really fun.
Carlos M., a gaffer with over a decade of experience in the industry, spoke to The Wrap about his ordeal. "We signed NDAs, worked for months, and then nothing. After the project got scrapped, they said our contracts were void, no pay, no explanation. I lost $12,000 and I'm not the only one." Carlos's story is just one of many. A production assistant who asked to remain anonymous.
And sometimes it's literal, sometimes it's just we kind of create a character, I feel like,
Yeah.
because I don't know about you, but I am a naturally shy person, so I feel like fashion allows for me to kind of
express yourself.
Right, it's like a character.
Revealed that crew members were promised back pay once the project was reassessed. That was over a year ago. Since then, calls and emails have gone unanswered, leaving many in financial ruin. For an industry already plagued by instability and exploitative practices, this is a devastating blow, one that underscores the human cost of Hollywood's cutthroat machinations. Just when it seemed the story couldn't get any murkier, leaked emails surfaced last week, adding a new layer of intrigue. The correspondence, allegedly from a high-level producer, includes explicit instructions to divert funds to a shell company named
Well, basically what I said was, I've been making children's programming for a long time. And for me, a lot of people ask me, like, why are you still on Disney Channel? Why do you still do that?
Mutant Media LLC. The name alone is enough to raise eyebrows, but the timing is what makes it truly explosive. Here's where it gets wild. Mutant Media LLC isn't just a random name plucked from thin air. It's the same name as Ryan's defunct production company from 2018, a venture that quietly dissolved after a string of failed projects and rumored financial mismanagement. At the time, Ryan's Mutant Media was dismissed as a footnote in his career, a passion project that never gained traction. But now, with the emergence of this shell company, questions are swirling. Is this a coincidence? Or is it evidence of a calculated effort to resurrect a dormant entity for less than legal purposes? The parallels between Ryan's Mutant Media and the newly unearthed shell company are impossible to ignore.
And to me, it's because I still have a responsibility as this young person that I am to create positive programming for these young people. I have little kids that look up to me, and I think of that as a responsibility.
Both entities share not only the same name, but also a penchant for secrecy. The leaked emails suggest that funds were funneled through Mutant Media LLC to obscure their origins, a tactic commonly associated with money laundering or tax evasion. Financial analyst Liam Park, who first broke the story, weighed in again. This isn't just sloppy accounting. This is a deliberate attempt to create confusion and cover tracks. The fact that Ryan's old company shares the same name is either a bizarre coincidence or a glaring red flag. But why resurrect the Mutant Media name? Some speculate it was a calculated move to exploit existing paperwork and avoid scrutiny. Others believe it's a smokescreen, designed to shift blame onto Ryan if the scheme ever unraveled. Either way, the implications are damning. While the financial and legal ramifications of this scandal are staggering, the real tragedy lies in its impact on the crew members who were left high and dry.
And I know there's so many parents that come up to me, and just hearing them say thank you for being that for my daughter or for my son and being that inspiration for them, that's everything to me. So
that's a big deal.
I take that.
Yeah,
very,
good
very
for you.
seriously.
For many, the lost income isn't just a setback, it's a crisis. A single mother who worked as a costume designer on the project told The Wrap, "I maxed out my credit cards thinking I'd be paid. Now I'm drowning in debt and no one will take responsibility." Their stories highlight a systemic issue in Hollywood: the exploitation of below-the-line workers. While A-list stars and studio executives rake in millions, the people who make the magic happen are often treated as disposable. NDAs, non-union contracts, and opaque accounting practices leave them vulnerable, with little recourse when things go south. Disney's legal department has long been notorious for its iron-fisted approach to intellectual property, but recent moves suggest they've shifted into overdrive.
Well, you know what? I gotta give it up to my parents. I'm really lucky to have the parents that I have, and they just have always instilled in me those core values that I think I have carried with me through everything. You know what I mean?
And the target is glaringly specific. Last month, the studio unleashed a barrage of copyright claims on YouTube, systematically scrubbing every video that dared to mention the enigmatic phrase mutant media. Creators received takedown notices for content ranging from speculative deep dives to innocuous podcast chatter, sparking outrage across the platform. Even more alarming, the phrase has since vanished from Google's search ecosystem. Try typing mutant media into the search bar, and you'll be met with a ghost town of vague, algorithmically neutered results, a feat that reeks of corporate meddling far beyond routine SEO games. But this isn't just another Disney copyright crusade.
I think I give it up to them. I give it up to my family. I have that barrier and that protection around me, which, you know, I am very appreciative of and thankful of. A lot of people don't have that. So,
buried in the digital rubble lies a paper trail leading straight to Delaware, America's corporate secrecy capital. Public archives reveal that Mutant Media was quietly linked to a labyrinthine tax shelter, established in 2022, registered under a shell company with a name as forgettable as its purpose is suspicious. Delaware's lax disclosure laws, a magnet for Fortune 500 entities and shadowy LLCs alike, have long enabled corporations to hide profits, dodge taxes, and shuffle money through offshore proxies. Financial analyst Liam Park didn't mince words in a viral tweet. This isn't just shady, it's textbook Hollywood money laundering. Follow the shell game, and you'll find a studio's dirty laundry. The Mutant Media takedown spree raises a glaring question. Why would Disney, a conglomerate that typically reserves its legal firepower for pirated Marvel leaks or unauthorized Mickey Mouse merch, care about a seemingly obscure term? The answer might lie in what Mutant Media represents. Before its digital erasure, the term circulated in indie film circles as a code name for a now-defunct production arm tied to mid-budget projects Disney acquired and abruptly buried between 2020 and 2023. Rumors suggest these weren't just abandoned scripts, they were financial vehicles. One deleted video, cached by an anonymous archivist, alleged that Mutant Media projects were used to funnel overinflated budgets into Delaware-based entities, effectively writing off millions as losses while diverting funds elsewhere. If true, this would mirror a tactic exposed in the 2014 Sony hack, where emails revealed studios using creative accounting to shift profits and placate A-list stars. But Disney's alleged scheme takes it further. By erasing Mutant Media from public discourse, they're not just hiding money, they're rewriting history. As Park noted, you don't nuke search results over tax optimization. This is about avoiding a Paradise Papers level scandal. Delaware's allure for corporations is no secret. Over 1.5 million entities are incorporated there, thanks to its anonymity guarantees and court system favorable to big business. But the Mutant Media-linked shelter, registered under the blandly named Vortex Holdings LLC, adds a twist. Leaked documents, briefly posted to a now-suspended Substack, show Vortex was used to acquire intellectual property from Mutant Media at inflated prices, effectively siphoning cash into untraceable accounts. For Disney, this could serve dual purposes, trimming taxable income while quietly funding high-risk ventures or personal pet projects without shareholder scrutiny. Hollywood's relationship with such schemes isn't new. In 2017, the Panama Papers exposed how stars like Jackie Chan utilized offshore accounts. But Disney's alleged entanglement with Mutant Media suggests systemic rot. A former studio accountant, speaking anonymously, confessed, "Every major studio has a Mutant Media. They're black boxes. Even auditors can't crack them. Why would Zendaya risk her Marvel future? That's the million-dollar question. Or, more accurately, the multi-million-dollar question." Rumor has it, she's deep in negotiations to renegotiate her Spider-Man contract, and this sudden willingness to speak out might just be the ultimate power play. Sources close to the situation claim she's pushing for more than just a bigger upfront paycheck. She's after back-end profits, a slice of the box office pie that's historically reserved for the Tom Hollands and Robert Downey Jr.'s of the world. One Sony executive, speaking anonymously, didn't hold back. She's using this scandal to push for back-end points. Smart, or career termination. But let's break that down. Back-end profits are the holy grail of Hollywood deals. The kind of payout that turns actors into moguls. Think RDJ's Iron Man millions or Margot Robbie's Barbie windfall. For Zendaya, this isn't just about money, it's about respect. She's carried the Spider-Man franchise alongside Tom Holland, becoming a fan favorite and a cultural icon in the process. Yet, despite her star power, she's reportedly been locked into a deal that doesn't reflect her value. If true, this scandal, whether it's about pay disparities, creative control, or something even juicier, could be her leverage to rewrite the rules. But here's where it gets even more interesting. Fans are connecting dots that lead far beyond the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Last year, Zendaya abruptly exited a Dune spin-off project, a move that was chalked up to scheduling conflicts at the time. But now, the timing feels convenient. Was her exit really about a packed calendar, or was it a strategic retreat to avoid being tied down to another franchise while she renegotiated her Marvel deal? Coincidence? Unlikely. And let's not forget the bigger picture. Zendaya isn't just an actor, she's a brand. From her Emmy-winning turn in Euphoria to her fashion icon status, she's built an empire that transcends any single role. If Marvel and Sony don't meet her demands, she's got options, and she knows it. But the gamble is real. Hollywood loves a team player, and speaking out, even indirectly, can come with consequences. Will studios see her as a trailblazer or a troublemaker? Meanwhile, the internet is ablaze with theories. Is this about more than money? Could it be about creative control, or even a stand against the systemic issues plaguing the industry? After all, Zendaya's never been one to shy away from using her platform for bigger conversations. Whether it's advocating for diversity, mental health, or fair pay, she's proven she's not just here to collect a paycheck and smile for the cameras. So, is this a calculated risk or a career-defining moment? Only time will tell. But one thing's for sure, Zendaya's playing chess while everyone else is playing checkers. And if the rumors are true, this scandal isn't just a blip. It's the opening move in a high-stakes game that could reshape her career. And maybe even Hollywood itself. Think about it. Zendaya isn't just any star. She's the face of franchises, the muse of red carpets, the one who survived Marvel's meticulously curated universe without a single smear on her reputation. Until now. If she's done polishing the golden handcuffs, who else is itching to torch the script? The stunt doubles paid in peanuts? The writers whose names vanished from credits faster than you can say streaming residuals? Or the A-listers who've been biting their tongues through NDAs thicker than a Marvel finale's runtime? And let's not pretend this is just a Marvel problem. This is Disney, Warner Brothers, Netflix, the whole circus. Remember when ScarJo's Black Widow paycheck drama peeled back the curtain on streaming's dirty math? That was just the trailer. Zendaya's move? This feels like the first act of a thriller where the final twist is actually everyone's underpaid and overworked. Kevin Feige's desk might already be buckling under those NDAs, but what about the execs clutching their pearls and their non-disclosure agreements at every studio in town? And here's the kicker. What stories are buried deeper? The ones about toxic set cultures scrubbed clean by crisis PR teams, the directors who've been difficult geniuses instead of named defendants, the franchise stars who traded mental health for multi-picture deals. Hollywood's currency isn't just talent, it's secrecy. But when the Zendayas of the world stop playing ball, the illusion starts to crack. Mutant Media's exposés are just scratching the surface. Imagine when the VFX artists unionize louder, when showrunners start leaking budgets, when assistants turn their burner accounts into subpoena magnets. This isn't a gossip column. It's a ticking time bomb. And when it blows, the fallout won't just trend on Twitter. It'll rewrite contracts, bankrupt reputations, and maybe, finally, force Hollywood to clean house. So keep your eyes peeled. The next headline won't be about a feud or a flop. It'll be about the lies we all agreed to believe, until someone brave enough or fed up enough says, no more. And trust me, you'll want to be logged in when the thread of silence unravels.